Hello, hello, welcome to the Happy Hippie Intuitive. This is Nina and I'm here to do your weekly reading. So, how far have we come? Today is the 11th of September, so this is going to be for the week of the 12th to the 18th of September. So, before we get into it, I would like to remind you that these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And I also linked on my other channel below, which is called Pure Light Awakening, where I talk about the ascension process, awakening process, channeled work, and such. So you can find that if interested. Let's get into the reading for today. You have 3 decks and 3 crystals to choose from, as always. On number 1, you have the Superlunaris Tarot, together with a rainbow fluorite. On number 2, you have the Hush Tarot together with a clear quartz. And on number 3, you have the Muse Tarot together with a citrine tower crystal. So pause the video if you need more time. Ask your angels and guides to guide you to pick either number 1, 2, or 3. And I'll be back in a moment and I'll start with number 1. Removing number 3 and number 2. Okay, number 1. So if you pick the Superlunaris Tarot and you pick this beautiful fluorite, rainbow fluorite, then this is your reading. So I will put that up here together with the other one, and we will choose 6 cards as we always do. We're also going to use some oracle cards over here later. And today I thought we might use the charms. It's been a while since we used the charms, so I saw my bowl there and all of a sudden I felt like using those again, so I hope you appreciate that. So let's look at your week, number 1. Let's pull 6 cards, as we always do. What energies you might bump up against. We start with the Tower. Wow, okay. And the 4 of Swords. Time for some rest, number 1. Queen of Swords, okay. Seeing something for what it is, maybe. Let's pull those up a little bit. And you have the 6 of Swords. A lot of sword energy here. And you have the 6 of Cups. Reminiscing or looking back. And also the 2 of Cups. Okay, underneath we have the 4 of Cups. Okay. Let's look underneath there. Oh, 5 of Swords. A lot of sword energy. Swords and Cups. Okay, so Swords is, of course, the air element, and it's about your mental space. It can be about your ego space as well, all depending on where you are, number 1. But the 4 of Cups, the Cups, of course, are the emotional part. So you have 3 Cups, and you have 4 sword cards here together with a Tower. So from my perspective, it looks like someone, either you or somebody in your vicinity, is very much in their headspace. Might be overthinking, might be worrying, might be weighing back and forth, you know, might be in that kind of energy, especially with the 5 of Swords. Because it doesn't necessarily have to be where you fight with somebody. It can be where you don't know where to go. And so you're kind of fighting with yourself, you know, when you are... when your ego is going back and forth and picturing all sorts of scenarios. That can also be the 5 of Swords. Now, this is about something that's being offered to you from the universe. So that might be a solution. It might be love. It might be an epiphany. But you are reluctant to receive it. But of course, it can also be an offer made from someone else. Someone wanting to come in with a loving offer to you, but you're not sure on whether or not to receive it, to accept. So that might be the situation for some of you. Now, the Tower comes in when, you know, it's kind of lightning out of the blue. You know, something happens out of the blue. Something rattles something up. So it can be emotional, you know, that something is rattled in your emotional system that comes up, or it can be a situation that comes towards you that you are not prepared for. And it's kind of the rattle is making you have to leave something and go over to something else. It's something like a decision that has to be made. So something needs to be left in the past, and something needs to, you know, you need to look at other shores. because someone is thinking a lot about the past. You know, this is the card of rest, relaxation, also rejuvenation, but this is about the past. It can also be reminiscing. Someone is reminiscing about the past. So someone is looking at, and they're looking back at childhood, or it can also be the card of children. So take this as it resonates, number one. But I feel like somebody is spending a lot of time looking back, okay? And this is about a love, two lovers coming together. It can also be to partnership with spirit, partnership with friends, partnership with colleagues, partnership with the love interest. And it comes together with the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords can be an invitation to see things clearly. It can be an invitation to see things for what it is. It can be an invitation to be truthful to somebody else or to yourself. So, but the Queen of Swords can also be where you finally see things clearly for what it is regarding some sort of relationship. Okay. So all in all, this can also, of course, be an invitation to go inwards, an invitation to kind of feel through whatever this is from your past. So just to have that said. But for others of you, you might have been spending a little bit too much time in the past. There might have been something that happened to you in the past that made you have to leave something behind. And now you're being offered something, and you are reluctant, maybe because something happened in the past before, and you're afraid that that's going to repeat itself. So there's many ways, of course, to look at it. But from my perspective, energy-wise, is that the energies of this entire reading is something is being shook up. Something is coming out of the blue. There's a lot of overthinking or thinking about something or contemplating about something. And it is very emotional. It's stirring up something emotional within you. Okay? So that's kind of the main energies of your reading, number one. So let's look at some oracle cards before we pull some charms. So, is this not level with you? Maybe I didn't put these straight today. I like to have my cards straight. There, might be better. Anyway, so let's look at some oracle cards for you, number one. So, unknown territory, okay. You're exactly where you need to be, though. Okay, so this might have, as I said, it might have shook you up to, and you felt the need to move away from something, and now you're going towards something new, and it's unknown territory. It's scary. It's something that, you know, I'm not so sure I want this. You know, hence the Four of Cups here. You're reluctant to receive it because it's unknown. But what they're saying is that you're exactly where you need to be, okay? So for me, that is an invitation to just keep on going, that you are moving in the right direction. Let's see again here. Fogged in, yeah, go slow, take time, as they're kind of saying with the Four of Swords here as well. So fogged in, yeah, so you haven't been maybe seeing things clearly because you might have been overthinking, or you might have been served some truths that are not true. You know, take that as it resonates. But there is a lot of mental energy here. And when we overthink, that's when we get fogged in. We don't see things clearly because we're not seeing with our heart space, okay? Last card here. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Okay, so even if you're not seeing it right now, there is a reward kind of in this entire situation. There is an uncovered treasure within this situation. And that might be different for all of you, but whenever we bump up against something that's really troublesome or that's difficult in our lives, the ego tends to take us down the path where, you know, where we feel sorry for ourselves and where we can't understand why this is happening to us. And that's normal. That's the human way of looking at things. But what they're inviting you to do is look beneath and see things from a different perspective and see that whatever the situation is, there is a treasure in it as well. There is a silver lining in here. Okay? But let us pull some charms for you guys today. I have my charm bowl up here. So let's see what you get here, number one. Okay, a kind of bit of a lot of charms here. So this is actually, it can be some marriage. You see that looks almost like a girl getting married. It can also be about faith. It says here, mi primera communion. So it's also about mi primera communion, my first communion. So so that might be for someone as well. Maybe you have somebody who is going through confirmation. So this can be also about faith, you know. It's kind of a Christian symbol, I know, but for me it is about faith. Okay, so take that as it resonates. You have the G key, and that's for me is of course about music. More music is needed in your life. You also have a ring here, so there might actually be some sort of proposal or wedding, or maybe somebody is going through divorce, and it might be somebody's asking you to commit to something. You know, take that as it resonates. Now you got a astronaut here. For me, that is about getting the bigger perspective here, you know, thinking about the astronauts when they're kind of outside the space station, looking back, you know, at the Earth, kind of just soaring out there, doing their job and looking back at Earth. So getting that perspective. Is it really important? Is this something that is major in your life, or is this something that will pass? Is there a possibility to gain another perspective on that? You got a star. So that for me is wishing upon a star, meaning that they have heard your prayers and they will be answered in due time. Someone is sending you love. So love from the universe or love from a person. Another note here. So there's something about music for you, number one, I have to say. You have a ribbon here as well. Now, ribbon can be also some, you know, somebody tying the knot, somebody getting together, somebody, or it can be kind of a gift for you. As they said, uncovered treasure. You got an airplane, so there might be some travel for you coming. You got a butterfly, so somebody is growing and emerging into something. You also have a camera. So camera can, for me, can mean many things. It can be about reminiscing, looking at pictures from the past, like you're doing here. It can also be about, you know, taking a snapshot of the moment, kind of being in the moment and seeing this moment for what it is, what it truly is. It can also be about preserving memories, preserving the good memories, you know, taking the good from this entire situation and focusing on that, and then feel through whatever it is that was very negative and kind of leave that in the past. That might be where they're inviting you to go within, if you felt like that was an invitation. And maybe that's also what they're offering you here, is a new perspective on something. Okay, maybe that's what you're kind of reluctant, or the ego is reluctant to see. So, you know, but many ways to read this. Take this as it resonates for you, number one, okay? That was all I had for you this week. Oh, wait a minute. No, we want to do one daily healing card in the end. Let's do one daily healing card in the end for you, number one, okay? I had put those cards out, so I guess I was meant to use them. So let's see what we get. So this is the image, beautiful image. Practice speaking positively about other people and events, and especially the future. Okay. Practice speaking positively about other people and events, and especially the future. So what they're inviting you to do here, as I said, is look upon this as the silver lining. You know, there is something within this entire situation that is more positive than you are able to see right now. Okay? Okay, one more card. Give us one more card, Spirit. So that's what it looks like. Learn and grow from the wisdom of your feelings by allowing yourself to befriend rather than deny them. Okay, let's see, read that again. Learn and grow from the wisdom of your feelings by allowing yourself to befriend rather than deny them. So befriending your own emotions as they are. Okay, and then we learn, we feel it through so that it can be released, and then we learn and we grow from them. Hence the butterfly that came up for you here. Okay, so looking from a more spiritual perspective, whatever it is that's going on with you, number one, it's a huge potential for growth for you, okay? Emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Take that as it resonates, but I feel that. So, you know, some people would invite you to move out of the mental aspect, but at the same time, there might be something that you need to contemplate. And the ego will do what the ego does, but just let it, allow it, yes, but just remember who you are in all of this as well. I won't tell you to go against your own ego. Ego is what ego is, you know, there's nothing wrong with it as such. But if you're a spiritual person, it will gain you to remember who you are, you know, that you are not the ego. And then you can allow the ego to think whatever it needs to think. But, you know, take your time, as I said with the Four of Swords, to kind of step back every now and then and just remember who you are in all of this as well. Okay, so that might help you in this entire situation. That was all I had for you. I wish you the very best moving into this week, number one. Until the next time I see you. Bye. Okay, number two, so if you chose the Hush Tarot with the clear quartz, and this is your reading, we'll put it up here so it will be part of your reading, and we will choose 6 cards as we always do. Today I'm also going to use charms. It's been a while since we did that, so I wanted to reintroduce that to our reading, to our weekly. And I also have some oracle cards and some daily healing cards. So we will get into that in a moment, but we have to start with our 6 tarot cards. Hope you're doing well, number two. Let us see what this coming week has to offer for you. So the 3 of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Okay. Ace of Swords. The World card. Wow, beautiful. The 5 of Swords. And the 2 of Swords. The 10 of Cups underneath here, which is beautiful. Let me just jump. This might be not swords. This is wands, I believe. Let me just... Oh, one that just wanted to pop out. I'll leave that there since it was wanted to come out. Let me just double check if this is wands. Yeah, it has to be. It's a little bit difficult to see these little images on top, as you can see here, but it has to be wands. Yeah, it is. Okay. Just wanted to double check. So this is wands and that's swords. Okay. The 10 of Cups and underneath there, the Tower. Okay. Okay, so let us look at this. Now, 2 of Swords is about a decision making, or maybe be blinded from seeing the truth. Beautiful card, by the way, with these beautiful little kitties. And it comes together with the Ace of Swords. So there's some sort of truth that needs to come to the surface. Some sort of epiphany that's coming, or is in need of coming in order to make a decision. And I have the Emperor over here, but I'll get back to that. The High Priestess in the middle, but it's together with the 5 of Wands. So there might be, yeah, okay. So I get this feeling of maybe a struggle between yourself and yourself, meaning that you're struggling to be able to be in contact with your higher self and the spiritual realm. There might be kind of a difficulty in setting aside the time, or a difficulty connecting, or it might be a difficulty in finding the right way to communicate, okay? there is something that is in the need of being seen. And you know, for some of you, I see that you might be working within the spiritual field, because we have the World, the High Priestess, and the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is very often where and this might be a start of a business, self-employment, or it might be the start of a communion, or a start of a companionship with somebody, with work or with a project. So it's next to the High Priestess. So for me, that means that it has to do with something within the spiritual field. It might be mindfulness, it might be yoga, it might be spiritual teachings, you know, it might be self-development, you know, those kind of things. It comes together with the world, which is either the world is your oyster, travel within this this work, or it can be the card of we leave something behind, something is coming full circle, we step into something new now. Okay, and so that comes together with this and the High Priestess. So it might be also that you are considering and weighing back and forth whether or not to start up something for yourself, or whether or not to start up something with other people, or whether or not to, you know, go forward within your spiritual development, or your spiritual connection. So there's a choice to be made, and there's some information that is in need of coming to the surface. The Emperor is an invitation to stand in your power. Now, it comes together also over here with the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is home, family life, happy life, if you will. But it can be that some of you is not reluctant to move into this because you might be afraid that it's going to affect your family, your home life. And I also see Two of Cups here as that's a couple as well. But it's together with the Tower here. So there might have been something that happened that really pushed you into getting into all of this. That's pushing you into starting something. That's pushing you into looking at this from a different perspective. Now, it might also be somebody in your family that's either pushing you to do that, or telling you that, you know, this isn't going to be good for our family. So take that as it resonates, okay? But there is kind of I feel like this card is representing an inner struggle, okay? So it might have to do with you're not getting clear messages from Spirit regarding this, or you are not sure what you're getting is correct. It might have to do with that. Or it can be reluctant to, as I said, start something up here. Either that, you know, I don't know if I should do this alone, or if I should do it with somebody, or starting up in general, okay? But they're inviting you to step into your power now, you see, and they're inviting you to get into the Ace of Swords, which is seeing the truth. You know, taking that leap of faith and stepping into it now. So that, but there is a decision that you need to make, and you are the only one who knows the answer to that, number 2. So let's look at some oracle cards for you. Impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. Yeah. So with that, I feel like, okay, so this decision cannot be made from the mind space alone. And, you know, we, of course, when it comes to family and taking care of our family and our legacy, we tend to go very easily into the mind space and the ego space. Of course, I understand that's the human part. But I think what they're trying to say is that you need the Spirit's advice on this, and you need your higher self involved in this, or your heart space, your soul space. You cannot make that decision from the head space, okay? So reflect that, you know, redirect that energy. Don't use up all the energy in the mind space, but redirect that energy. So I feel like there's a huge invitation to connection here for answers, no matter what this situation is for you, number 2. Staying focused. Hold the course. Yeah. So you have to, I mean, if this is something that you dreamed about doing, you have to keep on dreaming. You have to have your eyes on the ball here. Don't waver because of what ego tells you, or because of what's happening around you in this human realm right now. You need to keep your eye on the ball. You need to follow what you truly desire, no matter what. Breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand. Beautiful. See? So that's kind of the promise from them, that if you keep on going with this, then things are going to go well. So let's look underneath. Reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. Yeah, beautiful. So that's kind of an invitation from them to just keep on going. I think they want you to move into this, whatever it is that you have been picturing for yourself here or been dreaming about. So this reluctant feeling, I understand. It's a huge deal since the World card is here. That's something that you kind of have to leave behind, and there's uncertainty in what you step into. But see if you can reflect on that and look upon that with new eyes. You know, redirect that energy. Stay focused, because a breakthrough is at hand. So let us do some charms, and then we will do the daily healing card in the end. Okay. Okay, so you got money here coming as well. So whatever this is, you know, in the future, it will bring you what you need when it comes to money as well. The fish is a very lucky symbol. These fishes are also used also, I believe, in the old tarot as a symbol of wealth. So again, I have a feeling that they're telling you that it will bring you what you need. Now you have a flower here, so something is definitely blossoming and opening up for you. You have the triangle, which for me is the Holy Trinity. Now you have coach. So if you were considering working as a coach or working with as a spiritual teacher, that's your answer. Okay, take that as it resonates. It might be for some of you, which if you don't resonate with that you might need a coach. Okay, that you might want to that you might benefit from looking up a coach that can help you. You have the anchor. The anchor can be many things. It can be about hope, but it can also be anchoring down. Somebody might invite you to be anchored down in something, or it can also be that maybe it's time to take that anchor up and leave whatever is holding you back. So take that as it resonates. You also got Christmas bells. So maybe something exciting is going to happen around December, around Christmas time for you. That might be something to look forward to at least. So let us look at a daily healing card for you. Number 2. So that's what it looks like. And be aware that your thoughts and feelings are just as impactful as your actions. Again, where is your focus, right? So they are telling you, keep your focus on what it is that you want, because if you are a high priestess, you're also manifesting. So that means if you're focusing on everything that's going wrong, that's what you're going to get more of, right? So keep your focus on your dreams, on the end goal here. One more card. And it looks like this. And it says, to feel your innate sense of truth, develop open-mindedness. So with that, I would say be open to maybe something will come to you where you didn't expect it. Maybe that's what this tower is all about. So be open for maybe somebody on your outside coming to you with an idea or with a way out or with a solution or maybe helping you. Maybe that's where the coach comes in. There might be somebody that you are not expecting that might help you along the way. Maybe that's an invitation for you to work together with someone, maybe not as in the work, but take advice from someone to help you in your work or in your process or project or whatever this is for you. Okay? That was all I had for you, number 2. Hope this made sense. Wishing you all the best for this coming week. Until the next time I see you. Bye. Okay, number 3. So if you pick this Muse Tarot and you pick the citrine, then this is your reading. I will put that up here and then we will choose 6 cards as we always do in the weekly. Today, I'm also going to use the charms, so I put my charms bowl up here, so I will pull some charms for you later, but we're going to start with tarot, as we always do, and then we have some oracle cards, and also in the end today we're going to do some daily healing cards, okay? That's the plan, number 3, so I hope you're doing well. Let's look at the week ahead for you. 7 of Voices, which I believe is 7 of Swords, Strength, the World, wow. 3 of Emotions, this is 3 of Cups. 10 of Emotions, wow, 10 of Cups. 9 of Inspiration, which is 9 of Wands, and underneath, the Magician. Underneath there, we have the Muse of Inspiration. Okay, so that's also the Page of Wands. Okay, so there might have been, yeah. For some of you, this might be your mind space, your ego space, telling you something about a friendship or a friend group that might not be true. There might also be others of you who are experiencing that somebody in a friend group or somebody in a grouping has taken something from you, or the feeling that they have taken something from you. So, take that as it resonates. You have the Strength card here together with the 10 of Cups. So I feel like for some of you, there's a message that you find your strength in your family. As long as you as a family hold together, stand strong together, you will find your strength there. So that's for some of you. For others of you, it's about finding your strength within your soul family, within your group of guides that are guiding you through this life. So if you need some advice and if you need to find the strength, and you contact them, they're always around you and they want to support you. You also have the World card, which is about closing off an old chapter and starting something new. It can also mean travel for some of you, and also kind of the world is your oyster. Comes together with the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is where we have been hurt, where we are, we are wounded, but we are standing tall nonetheless. It can also be the card of where we're putting up our boundaries and saying, you know what, enough is enough. I'm going to take care of me. You do whatever you want. Now you do have the Magician over here, and underneath there you had the Muse of Inspiration. So there might be some new ideas coming towards you. And since you are the Magician, you do have all the tools you need in your toolbox. So you know yourself deep down how to maneuver all of this. Okay? That's kind of what they're saying when the Magician pops up. Now, I do feel, my feeling for all of this is that it's very much about emotions. Okay? It's very much about standing in your own power. Remember that you have all the tools you need. Remember who you are. Remember that even if we're hurt, we still stand strong. Remember to put up your boundaries and say, enough is enough. I'm not going to let this happen to me again. I'm not going to let you take anything away from me. Okay? Even if you did call yourself my friend. So this can be read in many ways, as I said, but the overall energy for me is that something has been very emotional for you, and you've kind of forgotten your own strength a little bit. And you need to remember that you do have all the tools in the toolbox. You do have the strength. The world is your oyster. Time to close off that old chapter and step into the power of you. I feel that is the main message of your week, number 3. Okay, let's pull some oracle cards and see what they have to say through them. Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. Now, it's difficult to have gratitude when we're in a situation where we feel betrayed or where we feel like something has been taken away from us. But underneath any situation that we bump up against on this planet, there is something to be gained. There is something that we need to learn from as humans, okay? Our spiritual self doesn't really need to learn anything, but you as a human can learn from all the situations, right? So there might be something that you have chosen on a higher level to experience, to feel. And so there is something to be gained from all of this, no matter what it is, okay? So that's when you can get into the energy of the gratitude and say, okay, this hurt me as a human, but on a higher level, I understand this was something I chose, and so I choose to look upon it with gratitude, okay? Fellow travelers, support is all around you. Yes, as I said, and I get chills now when I say that, because I told you that they are with you. You are never alone. They're here and they're supporting you. See? So all you need to do is just remember that, and you will feel that support around you. That's stepping into your power, right? Cleansing water purification activates a vibrant life force. So you might need to seek water, seek the solitude of, taking a bath, listening to running water if you have a little creek near, or if you can go to the beach and just sit down and listen to the water. Water in any way, shape, or form is cleansing and purifying, and also connects us into the flow of the spiritual beings, okay? So that might be something that you will benefit from doing right now, number 3, okay? Let us pull some charms for you before we pull the daily healing card. Okay. Now you have an airplane, so there might be some travel for you. As I said, the world card here might be travel, and you also have a bus. So I would not be surprised if you're going to get some sort of invitation for a travel this coming week, or might be something within work that is going to invite you to travel, or there might be something telling you that this here is part of the journey. It's part of your choice to come here. It's part of what you came here to experience. Okay, so that might be a remembrance of that as well. Now you have a fish. A fish is a symbol of wealth, a symbol of luck, actually. But of course, a fish can also be an invitation again for water. It can also be that if you are traveling, that you're traveling to somewhere where it's kind of a tropical fish, or where there's a beach or something of that matter. Take that as it resonates. Now you have a beautiful flower here as well. So something is blooming and blossoming within your life right now. So I think this might also be a huge potential for spiritual growth for you, or growth in the personal sense. Now the last charm you got today was actually a dove with a letter in its beak. And so there might be some sort of message coming towards you, some sort of news that's coming towards you. I feel like it's good news. The dove is also a symbol of peace, so there might actually be a peace offering coming your way as well. Might be that somebody that took something away from you is understanding what they have done and coming towards you with a peace offering, or wanting to mend whatever that happened for you between the two of you, okay? So that might be something as well, number 3, okay? Let us also pull a daily healing card for you. See what pops up. This is what it looks like, and the message is: use equanimity to calm your emotions. Equanimity, that's balancing, isn't it? To calm your emotions. Okay. Now, I would never say calm your emotions as in, pushing your emotions away. I don't believe in that. I believe that we need to feel everything through in order for it to be released, no matter what it is. And that's also very much about water. It's about emotions, right? So for me, it's more about daring to get into your emotions, daring to feel it through, daring to be truthful about your emotions, daring to stand up for yourself, like the 9 of Inspirations, to say no more. This has hurt me, and this is, you kind of a heart on the sleeve kind of situation where you just show that this has hurt me. Okay, so that's more like what I would say. Okay, one more card. It looks like this. Respect your inner cycles and honor them on your healing journey. Yeah. And respecting your inner cycles, that is about, respecting your emotions as they are. Honor them on your healing journey. So I feel for some of you, your healing is through feeling. that you need to feel something through. There might be that you have been, that your ego has taken that away from you, that, you know, it doesn't want you to dive into the emotions. It wants you to go away from it. But if you try to escape your own emotions, it's just going to come back up, and it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. So there might be that this is representing your ego not wanting to dive deep into it. So I would say that they're inviting you to feel something through here, okay? Honor your emotions, you know, and also, as I said here, be truthful about this hurt me. If this is somebody else that hurt you. Or be truthful to your own ego, saying, dude, you're hurting me here. This isn't working, right? So set up your boundaries to things that is not good for you, that is not beneficial for you in the future, okay? So definitely an invitation to cleanse with water, meaning be around water to also feel whatever it is, so that you can get, you know, not get rid of it, but feel it through so it can be released once and for all. Okay, and that's also when we get into gratitude, because we get into that flow. And you have support around you, all around you here, is what they're saying. And you are growing and blossoming in this coming week as well. And there might be some travel or invitation for travel, or maybe an evocation, and maybe also peace offering, or at least some good news coming your way, I would say, number 3. So that was pretty much all I had for you. I hope this resonated with you. I hope you appreciated this reading. Give it a thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you haven't, and click the bell so you get notified every time I upload. I'm wishing you all the best on this coming week, number 3. Until the next time I see you. Bye.